Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you an application that I found that will allow you to make the quality of your games way better. So first of all, a top link in the description will take you to where you can download Reshade Setup. Now when you actually get this, you do not want to delete it. It's not going to install an application on your system. You're going to want to keep the Reshade Setup, okay? So keep it, put it in a folder or something like that on your desktop or on your computer so you could use it. Basically, I'm going to be showing you how to apply settings from this to make your games look better, but you need this to like apply settings to another game, alright? So there's no point deleting it. So what we're going to do is when you first download it, you want to double click on it. It's going to come up with this. You want to hit select game, and generally for you, what it's going to do is what you need to do is you have to go under your local disk and then your program files. 86 is usually what it's under, and you want to find Steam. So it'd literally just say a folder that said like Steam like this, okay? And then you want to double click on that Steam folder, and then you want to click on Steam Apps, and then you want to click on Common, and then you want to find the game you want to do this to. Some multiplayer, just a fair warning right here, some multiplayer games may consider this cheating, and you may get blocked for using it, but most multiplayer games allow this. So, for instance, I'm going to be using Homefront for this tutorial, so we're going to go there. You want to go to your game, double click on it, and then you want to go to the binaries for the game, double click on that, and you want to find the game application. Sometimes there can be a game icon under here. You don't want that. You want the application, okay? So find where it says application. Then you want to hit open. Next, you need to find out the rendering API of your game. So you need to find out if it's DirectX 9, DirectX 10 or more, or if it's OpenGL. Something like Doom is actually OpenGL if you have NVIDIA. Something like, Battlefield, an instance would be Battlefield 1 actually supports DirectX 12, but I know for a fact that Homefront does DirectX 11. So we're going to click on one, and you're actually going to get this. It's going to say, do you wish to download a collection of standard effects from so on and so forth? You hit yes. If your antivirus blocks it, don't worry. It's nothing bad. Just allow it, basically. And it's going to go ahead and download the effects. And then once all this comes up, you want to hit uncheck all. Okay, because we don't need all these settings. What you want to go through and apply is click on clarity, colorfulness, scroll down a little bit, all the way to the L's. Find Luma Sharpen, click on that too. And then finally, we're going to do vibrance, okay? And once we have all that, we're going to go ahead and hit OK. And then it should say installing to so on and so forth succeeded, and it should say done. Once it says this, go ahead and hit the red X in the top right hand corner of the program right here. And then what you're going to want to do is go into your game. If you already have your game open, you're going to need to close out of it and restart it in order for it to take effect. But let's go ahead and jump straight into the game. Okay, so once you're into your game, as an example, I'm using Homefront right here. What you're going to want to do is text will appear in the top left hand corner when you first start your game. Don't worry about that. But once you're in your game, preferably at the main menu if you're in a multiplayer game, you're going to go ahead and hit Shift and F2. That's going to bring up this, okay? And then what you're going to do is you want to hit the little plus button right here, okay? So go ahead and hit the little plus button, and then you just want to name this whatever you want. So for instance, I'm playing Homefront. You name it Homefront. Just name it the game that you're playing, okay? And then just go ahead and enter. Now what this is going to do is that allows it so every time we start the game, we don't have to reapply these settings every time we start the game. It automatically applies them. So once we do that, we want to hit the little arrow on clarity, colorfulness, sharpen, and vibrance. And you won't have all this down here at the bottom. You're actually going to have to hit, it'll have some text down here. You hit continue, and then you hit finish, and then all this will come up down here, all right? So once we have all this, I want you guys to pay attention to these trees, okay? Pay attention to the trees, or either pay attention to the light over here, all right? So we're going to go ahead and add clarity. There's clarity. You can see what it did mainly back here in this window. Take a look at this window right here, okay? When I add clarity, as you can see, you can't really see through that window a lot. And then we add clarity, and we can see through that window a lot more. So here we go with colorfulness. Now, colorfulness I wouldn't recommend doing on a game like Overwatch, but if you do it on a game like Overwatch, I'll show you how to fix that in a second. So colorfulness makes a lot of games cartoony, so let's go ahead and add that. But for Homefront, it's actually really good. As you can see, it brought out the colors really great in the trees. Sharpen doesn't really do a lot. Sharpen, you'll notice if you pay attention to the tip right here of the house. So, as you can see, it made it pop out a little bit more. And then vibrance, you either want to pay attention to the trees or the gun, one of the two. Boom, and you can see what happened right there. Actually, just pay attention to the sun over here for vibrance, and you'll see what that does. So it makes it a little bit better. And then let's say you apply the colorfulness to something like Overwatch and it's way too cartoony. You can actually go down here, scroll down to the bottom, and open up the colorfulness right here, okay? and you can adjust the colorfulness. So if you're playing something like Overwatch, go ahead and adjust it to something like 100 instead of 400. By default, it's set to 400. Once you do that, all you want to do is hit Shift F2, and now every time when you load up your game, it'll automatically apply these settings. You don't have to go and do it again. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If this made your game look any better, go ahead and hit that like button. And again, I want to stress that this will do performance hits to some systems if you're not able to like keep constant 60 FPS and you don't have a really good system. But that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.